What's up? Good? Pick Central. Tuesday edition. Did you see I lit a match this morning? It's 28 years of Tyson Holyfield. And I said that Tyson could sell any fight. That's why it was on a Tuesday night.
And what people lose?
I haven't even seen yet. I want to wait till it's fully engulfed.
They're probably going to lose their mind.
I want to see it fully engulfed. And it's from a sportsbook tweet too, so it's like a bigger, like it should be a huge account, so it should be get a lot of that out of that. It's really just baseball, but there were some NBA headlines. Did you see the video of Russell Westbrook, like a fucking middle-aged mom TikToking because he got his guaranteed money, and like the caption was perfect. Whoever did it, hopefully it wasn't Meek Phil because I wouldn't give him credit if he cured cancer. But it was whoever did it was great. It was like Kyrie watching the world burn, and like here's Russ just enjoying life, and he's singing. I don't even know what song it was.
I kind of loved it. It's like, bro, any normal person, if you're good, bad, whatever, you're at your job, you get $46 million. I'm sitting in there like this.
Yeah, it's also guaranteed. Like it's
awesome, man.
Right,
bro. I think the whole thing is crazy. I mean, $46 million for Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, there's just a lot of bad contracts. The weird thing too is with all these egos, they can't put this guy on the bench.
But you also know Russell Westbrook has the talent. He just is. He has it, but it's just not there.
Yeah, it's weird. The NBA.
But Kyrie, I mean, first of all, Kyrie tweeting at us was awesome, but I didn't like the tweet after the Putin shirt with Kyrie's name on. I didn't think that was that funny. Did you?
I mean,
I feel like we were better than that.
No, the link to the shirt. You obviously want people buying the shirts.
I don't think the shirt's real. Didn't they just put Kyrie? Oh, they actually put Kyrie on the Putin thing?
I'm pretty positive we had that shirt. Yeah. It was moving during the playoffs. But the thing I don't get is he's gonna get back with LeBron now.
Who?
Kyrie. The Lakers is like heavily interested.
Oh, he opted in.
So Kyrie's back with Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I had missed that story.
Yeah.
I was recording.
He's
all in now on
sure
Brooklyn?
that he opted into his contract for Brooklyn.
Right, but the whole the element of like there's suitors, he's possibly on his way out. Like LeBron all of a sudden is back in with all the hatred they had. Like none of it really makes any sense.
Yeah.
It goes back to what I said. Like the NBA it's kind of going to always be soft. Because those all-stars, you can't really badmouth anybody because that guy's going to be on the market in a year and a half, 2 years.
Someone DM me or something, I don't know where I saw it, where that Kevin Durant is going to play for the Suns. Like, did you see any of this stuff?
No, I didn't see he was going to play for the Suns.
If he plays for the Suns.
Playboy Marty's going to lose his trip.
I respect it. Going from like, okay, we're going to do a super team for the Warriors, then we're going to go to the fucking Nets, try and do that. Now we're doing a real super team with the Suns, which would be fucking unreal.
Yeah, there's elements, too, of, like, guys, you had to, like, force, like, Barkley had Barkley finished on 3 teams in his career, but, like, certain guys really only played their whole career with one team.
Yeah.
Like, for their prime. And then at the end, it's like, I want to extend my career a little bit.
Go with
like
somebody.
Ewing goes, whatever. But, like for
Jordan.
the most part, a lot of these guys, like Reggie Miller played for one team. I don't know. I know, like, looking back is I'm not that old. I'm 35. So my day and age is like, but even the 2000s, you know, like, whatever. Kobe, one team. Like, it's just, I don't know. These guys keep getting traded. It's the way it goes. Baseball, we kind of touched on hot ice. At what point last night, because in the 4th or 5th inning, I almost, like, tweeted it out because I said it. I was like, you got to take a look at the A's at like 3-1. Also, we'll take the calls too if you're in. 888-STOOL-22. Right, TJ?
Nope. Oh, wow. Look at you. Look at you.
Mustache brings fucking knowledge. 888-STOOL-22. We'll line you up. Line you up all day. At what point with the Yankees were you like worried?
Could I be completely honest?
Yeah, I know, and you're like the worst.
No, it's not, because I swear to God.
5-1, it did feel like they were going to make a run.
5-1, I was like, oh, this is not good, obviously. But with this team this year, you can't get counted out. I think they're 23-20 when they're trailing in a game.
No, so the stat last night that I saw was they have 23 comeback wins, most in the bigs. Yeah. They also have 7 blown leads, which is the fewest in the major leagues at the best. You could also kind of say a little bit of that is come back to earth or like law of averages. just a little bit, you know.
Yeah, they come back to earth a little bit, but
it also means that they're good. They go get clutch hits. So
yeah, like
a little bit of both.
Think about their stretch of series against the Rays, the Blue Jays, and the Astros. They went 9-4, and everyone's like the comeback thing, which is like you take 9-4 any day of the week. But last night, 5-1, I'm like, all right. I mean, it's just weird. Like last year, I'd be like, oh, this game's over. Now dude, they are so good. It's insane. That lineup has like names that you wouldn't even know, like Trevino is fucking killing it. Donaldson hitting fucking doubles, home runs.
IKF's out of the lineup. Chapman's been out all year, correct?
Yeah, Chapman just got back today.
Okay, right.
Yesterday.
So they are missing pieces. They're 35 games over.
Joey Gallo has 185 at bats, and he struck out 85 times. He's batting 175.
Boston is playing out of their minds. They said it on the broadcast last night, and they've picked up half a game.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're in second, but they're still what?
It's crazy. And I'm interested to kind of see if KFC takes this as well, because he's an all-time Yankee hater like me, and I'll find anything. You know I can, like, pick nits on anything. My new thing is going into TikToks that have Yankee fans. I just see them on the scroll and comment, like, name on the back, loser. Like, count the name on the back's loser. So I like lighting that up. But they're not unlikable. They're not doing that. Just said it on Hot Ice. They're not doing that pie in the face bullshit they were doing a couple years ago. There's not a guy they went and got that's like completely overpaid the free, like an A-Rod. You know what I mean? Like they really don't have a ton of assholes. They don't have a ton of like douchebags. Like they're not doing stupid shit.
They have one douchebag, and it's awesome. But it's Donaldson.
I got it.
Everyone knows that.
But
I know.
It's not the team. It's not encapsulating like their identity. It's very, very weird as a Yankee hater to kind of peel back a little bit. I said it. I'm really just kind of all in on Astros, Yankees, ALCS.
You're almost
I think that we need that as baseball. Like
you almost, as a baseball fan, even if you hate the Yankees, you have to respect what they're doing because, again, they're not in your face. It's just they're beating the shit out of teams. And, like, KFC even said to me, because I did a video, and he was like, I have to give more credit. Before the season started, they all laughed at me because they were on radio. They laughed at me because I was like, the Yankees are going to be the best team this year. And they're like, you didn't get anyone, blah, blah. And it's just like I think it was just they got pieces because I think what the Yankees have, they already have a superstar. They have two superstars, if you would think about it. Stanton and Judge are superstars.
Stanton hasn't played like a superstar.
Yeah, but he's still like
so now. But
yeah, and he's been hitting better. But yeah. Judge is a superstar.
I was livid when that trade came in. You got Stanton for like a bag of fucking balls.
Yeah, exactly. But
so now it's evening its way back out.
They fucking have a superstar, but they finally got guys that just are baseball players, like Trevino, IKF. Like those two guys are just people that are fit in perfectly. They do their job. They're going to play pretty well. They're not going to be superstars. That's all they needed. Like they had too many and Torres and he got hurt, but what happened with him now is that there was so much pressure on him to be a guy. Now it's just like let him go. So it's just right now it's amazing to watch.
I doubted them before the season. I didn't if you would have told me Trevino and IKF were going to be like studs, I would have thought you were crazy.
A lot of respected guys were on their under.
Yeah.
TJ, the thing
a lot of guys.
Where I believed in them, but we were upset because we were all so set on Seager coming here.
Oh yeah.
Where you were like, okay, we had a season last year that was ups and downs, but it was a lot of injuries. And the pitching sucked. Well, pitching was all right. But you go through all that, and then you get nobody, and you're like, okay, what the fuck are we doing? But, hey, I mean, but that's the thing last night. Everyone's like, oh, the Yankees pitch isn't going to hold up. Montgomery pitched yesterday, 5 runs. They win 9-5. Right. Everyone's keeps trying to find something
we
wrong.
touched on it, too. Like, Cole, in the beginning of the year, if you remember, Cole got, I don't want to say rocked, but, remember he had to get
hit around.
He got pulled out of a Tiger start in 2 innings.
Yeah. I remember
his record. Now a lot of that is playing some bad teams, but he's been lights out as well. So everything's kind of put into place. Nestor Cortez out of nowhere, it's really good. And again, to make it, you don't want to make it a Mets thing, but you talk about getting those right pieces. That's why the Mets are an exciting team too. Now we're down pitchers, and McGill's going out, so you're out a lot of guys. But going to get a guy like Sterling, and these are all guys you had watched across the league, like Starling Marte can play. Mark Canha was a perfect fucking A. No one knows who he is, but the guy just gets on base. Going to get those pieces puts your team in the right spot. So that's why it's an exciting time, obviously, For the Mets, I think it's an exciting time. For New York, I think both the Yankees, they'll both make. They really should both make runs.
So I don't like the Mets. I think I never had a problem with the Mets, but now working here has been giving me one. But I respect what they're doing because they haven't. I mean, no Scherzer and DeGrom, and they've been fantastic. It's like you have to give it to them. But looking at the standings, dude, like the Yankees are 12 games up, and Boston's 10 games over 500.
It's a wild.
Like the Mets. I mean, even the Mets are 20 games up, and they're only up 5. Like that's.
I know that's the part. The Braves won't go away.
No, they won't.
They won't go away. So that's really where it's going to start.
But you kind of knew that too at the Braves, obviously.
Yeah, I know, but we did have a 10-game lead, so I'm a little worried about the Braves. Speaking of like old Mets too, the fight with the Mariners and Angels, we just did this on hot ice. Syndergaard fixing his hair is the most insane. It's so ridiculous though because like you could say if that was basketball and the guy's got long hair, like okay, there's nothing you could really do, right? You wear hats in baseball. The fact that he didn't just throw on a hat like, hey, we're going to fight, this guy just. I know we don't want to make obsess about it with the Mets, but like the guy's not helping himself. Tweeting at SNY like this.
The new angle was awesome. The field level angle. But yeah, Syndergaard. I think it's as a not a Met fan, it's funny to see him go back and forth, but it's like obviously SNY is in his head. Obviously,
I think the Mets in general are in his head. New York's in his head.
Well, to come from being called, the Mets are notorious for giving nicknames out to people that are horrible. Thor, fucking Dark Knight. It's a lot of nicknames.
My buddy still says it all the time. Like back when Golick had a show and on radio or TV every day they would go, "It's Harvey Day." He's like, he would just torture us. Like he's not even a big baseball guy.
It's just a lot of names that don't need to be.
He was such a fake tough guy too, Harvey.
Oh yeah.
You knew he had an innings limit. He wanted to come out. That's a whole lot.
Another mental midget. But yeah, I mean, Syndergaard. That fight was finally a real fight in baseball. It finally was punches thrown. It was fucking holy shit. But I'm telling you, that bullpen took way too long this time. I know it takes long. That fight was going on for 10 minutes before that bullpen got
second scrum. It looked like a Sunday softball league. Like you're playing in your league and you look down and it's two guys.
Yeah, you got to go across to break it up.
Barstool vs. America episode 3 tonight, which you said is the best, right?
Yeah, episode 3.
So I watched last night. It's the Joey show. Just him running, not taking a shot and winning the competition is crazy.
That was crazy. First one I understood. I was kind of playing. I didn't see because I wanted to shoot around. Second one, I hit him because I knew he was doing it. So then I got Glenny, whatever. Third one, I was like, all right, I know he's going to do it. I'm just going to shoot. And I shot. And I swear, I wish it was almost slow-mo. From my angle, it was just whizzing by his head. And
how far is that run to the flag?
I would say it's like 50 feet.
50 feet? Okay.
Yeah.
The move Dana made around the back house and then popping Alex.
Yeah, that's what I did to Glenny after too. No, it was good. It's a good episode. My team is not the most athletic bunch. I mean, Nick, if you had to, like, Nick is playing it awful. If you think about it, he 1,000% should have voted me off. That team's got no one after that. And they took Glenny off, who was he was hanging out in the kiddie pool for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, Keegs is obviously good with puzzles, and Keegs is athletic enough.
Well, did you watch the first episode?
Yeah.
She struggled with the first one.
Yeah, that's fine. But so then if they kicked you off, it would have been Glenny, Hannah,
Keegs, and Joey.
Well,
there's not much athletic bones in there.
Right.
Did Hannah on the bus started off wasn't hot. It was vibes. I want to say for tonight, vibes were not high on the bus with Hannah on.
Yeah, I heard there were multiple bags. They had the one bag, and then she's like, I got other bags.
A lot of bags. Joey doesn't like a lot of feminine energy around, and that's why me and Joey got along very well. I basically became best friends with Joey after that. But you would have liked him too because he loved the bus fucking 40 degrees.
Oh, okay.
40 degrees.
All right, I'm in. All right, let's line them up. We're fully loaded for the day. Tyler in Illinois, stat for baseball. Tyler, you're on the air.
How's it going, Rico?
What's up?
One stat for you.
All right.
Acc, starter for the Indians. He has
Guardians, show respect, Guardians.
Guardians. He's never won a start at home that has started before 1:10 Eastern time. Today, our stat, 1:10 Eastern time. He's 0 for. He has never won a start at home that has started before 1:10 Eastern time.
All right. So the game is slated to start at 1:10?
Yes.
I'm going to put a little hole in that. I don't think they're throwing the first pitch right at 1:10.
I think
like technically could be like 1:11. But I get your point. I get the stat, but I'm just being
when the game is slated to start. I believe.
All right, I got you. All right. See, that's how you put it in. So, all right. So, who's the pick? Who do the Guardians have today? I didn't. Oh, the Twins.
They play the Twins.
You got the Twins, right?
Drew Smeltzer, who hasn't been bad as of late.
Fuck.
Twins smashed them last night too, right?
Yeah, 11-1.
Yeah. All right. I like that.
I got the Guardians.
Only us.
It's minus 105 on the Barstool Sports book.
All right. Thank you. Derek has a pick for baseball. Derek, you're up.
What's going on? What's going on, guys? Happy Patrick Corbin Day.
Oh, yeah. He's a favorite today. Guy's a favorite.
I cannot believe it. I woke up with a smile on my face when I saw that line. The last pick I called in was actually Baltimore Orioles first 5 against Patrick Corbin, his last start out. That cashed. We're going right back to the same well. Pirates plus 105. Nats are 3-8 as a favorite this year.
Doesn't it make you wonder you're missing something though? As awful as Corbin's been, like why is he a favorite? Why are the odds makers making him a favorite?
I never overthink it with Corbin.
Okay.
I'm also going to be on first 5 team total over 2.5 at plus 120, and then Pirates first 5 money line at even money.
All right,
he's just awful.
Yeah, it's definitely on a lot of people's boards. Carl gave it out as his dog of the day.
Contract in sports.
Yeah, I know it's Corbin
right now.
You wonder how long they could keep shelling him out there, but I think the Nats have just kind of quit. So
that was a fucking win for the Yankees.
They're just a dumpster.
Yeah, they stink, dude. He really stinks. So
biggest bullet they ever dodged with that Patrick Corbin.
Thanks, bro.
Dogged Cashman for not giving him a 7th year. Have a good day, guys.
Definitely, thanks, bro. DeCucci's got a pick. DeCucci, you're on.
What's going on, fellas? Hope you guys are having a truly tremendous Tuesday today. With the guy ahead of me taking the Pirates, I'm going to audible real quick and go with the Jays Red Sox under 10. Stripling, since he's come in the starting rotation, the guy's been money. He's thrown 2 shutouts over 6 innings. His other 2 starts, he gave up 1 run and 2 runs. I think this total is just a little bit too high with Walker on the other side.
I like that.
You know who's kind of quietly been an under team? I feel like the stats, I don't have them in front of me, but it does seem like Toronto is in lower scoring games than you would think.
Yeah, you usually think they would be a higher scoring team.
1,000%.
You know what I was thinking yesterday? I think the Rockies should get 2 wins if they shut someone out in Colorado. Bro, like I took the over last night, and like shutting out the Dodgers in Colorado, you should get 2 wins.
I've kind of noticed the Dodgers, if you're looking for the upset pick, and the Rockies were a huge dog last night, the Dodgers in game 1, I feel like where they can get upset.
I mean, they've been, remember the Pirates swept them too?
Well, yeah. So, I mean, let's scroll. I want to see how it kind of adds up. This is probably awful radio. But, all right, so they lost the Rockies game 1. At the Braves doesn't count. Like, I'm looking at strictly upsets.
Like a big upset.
At the Reds, they smashed in game 1. Guardians game 1 they lost.
All right.
Angels they win 2-0. Giants doesn't count because that's equal. White Sox they lose game 1. Mets they won 2-0. That's equal. It doesn't matter. The Pirates was that sweep we talked about. Diamondbacks they smashed. Nationals they won.
It's something to look at.
All right. It's something to definitely look at. It's not like it's Pirates again, Phillies again. Cubs got postponed. Yeah, it's definitely in the mix. Like you can, I guess I will say this: if you're gonna pick the Dodgers to take the upset, or Dodgers to be upset, take them in game 1. I think it's definitely got a few legs. Griff has a couple of baseball picks. Griff in North Carolina, you're up.
Yeah, Rico, nice talking to you. So tonight I got the Dodgers run line. I got it with a little bit of juice at 140, but Kershaw's back on the bump tonight. I think that's a great play. Also, I got the Red Sox at plus money tonight too. Coming off a bad game last night, I think Michael Wacha being on the bump tonight really helps him out.
Yeah. I was waiting to see what Kershaw. Do you have it in front of you? What's Kershaw's strikeout prop? Because he was lights out last time against the Reds, And I know the Rockies are going to put the ball more in play, especially in Colorado. I'm wondering if you're getting a discount on that. Do you have that number in front of you?
I don't. I mean, I have his strikeout total at 47 on the year, but I don't have it pulled up. But honestly, I mean, Kershaw's 5-1 on the year against Freeland, who's 3-5. Rockies were off a 4-0 win last night. I think the Dodgers get the bats going tonight.
Yeah. Do you think the Rockies can get? Yeah, the strikeout props aren't up yet. Do you think the Rockies will ever get anybody back like in the day, like the Mike Hamptons and like the 8?
No.
Can anybody kind of?
No.
See, I don't know. No.
I know. I think they'd have to bring somebody up who's like a prospect and in that early part of their career, or they sign them. But like no
one's dying to go
there, obviously.
It's like
I mean, well, the Rockies have bats. I mean, that's not their problem all the time. It's just their staff. I mean, they don't have anyone coming out of the pen.
Yeah, because no one wants to. No one's like, why? Because your career's going to die there pretty much. Like Kyle Freeland just signed there. Like, again, like he was because he was brought, like he was there, and he's a good pitcher.
I wonder if the Rockies should just go completely out of the box and just try to go all ground ball pitchers. Like, just the whole staff is known for their careers. They're like, yeah, guys, a ground ball. Like, if you can limit putting it in the air, right? I
know it's
I don't know.
It's really tough to be like, hey, come to Colorado
it's a shame
to get
too,
shelled.
Because I like the Rockies. I like Crone. I like their like. It's fun. I don't know. They're always a team I kind of like. They made that weird World Series run not kind of long ago.
What I don't like about baseball anymore, people don't like batting average. I love batting average. I think batting averages is like the most important thing, and people are like, "Oh, that's so in the past." Now it's like there's this guy.
Well, everyone tries to lift the ball. Strikeouts are not as max. Like guys strike out 200 times. It's not even a worry.
Who's the guy? There's someone batting 346 right now.
Yeah, it's Paul Goldschmidt.
No, it's not him. I'm gonna look. It may be. He might be
today. Goldschmidt's hitting 347.
He might be batting. Oh, I'm sorry. It's fucking Luis Arraez on the fucking Twins.
What's Goldschmidt hitting, though? Goldschmidt's hitting 347.
He's hitting 345, Arraez, and then I'll look up Goldschmidt.
347.
Yeah. 347, right?
It's crazy. Like, that's just like, I don't care what your stats are, batting 347 and 345 is absolutely
I think the Cardinals are a serious threat.
Love the Cardinals.
I think the Cardinals are a serious threat in the NL.
I bet really do. Anytime I can.
Yeah, I really do. I'd be terrified if the Mets get them in the first.
I don't care what it is. Arenado and fucking Goldschmidt back to back is.
It's just a winning culture. Like they're always there. They're always in the mix.
Molina is still like.
I know he's nightmares.
Mark one more round around the sun storyline that's gonna play in the playoffs.
Mark and Philly's got one. Mark.
Sup, fellas? I called in Rangers money line and Rangers team total over 4.5 yesterday. 10-4 blowout win. Cashed the team total in the 5th inning. Like I said yesterday, all I needed to get back on track was to talk it out with my Pick Central guys. And now tonight, I've got a play I absolutely love. Give me the Padres at -106 on the money line at the Diamondbacks. No Machado, no Tatis, no problem. You're getting a way better team at a value. San Diego just swept them last week, and the BVP numbers are with me big time. Gallen, a very good pitcher, but San Diego's hitters have hit really well against him at well over 300 on a batting average against. And Minaya has really killed Arizona's bats. They bat well below the Mendoza line against him in terms of BVP. So Padres are an official hammer play for me today.
Yeah, the Diamondbacks are one of those teams that you kind of want to take as a dog. They make mistakes, and they're in the game, and then they find a way to blow it. I actually looked at that trying to back Gallen. I was like, maybe it's an interesting spot, dog of the day. But I think he's right. I think the Padres are the spot. Thanks, Mark. I really do. I think that it's interesting. The Diamondbacks are another one, too, that, like, they should be good. That pool, it's a fucking
I love
awesome
the pool.
stadium.
The pool is very underrated.
My friend went out there for a bachelor party. He said that they change all right field to an Olympic-sized pool. It should be like tables, like make it like the bachelor party.
That'll turn fucking yellow by the time it's
over. Brandon Walker-esque question is what I see from Connor in Wisconsin. Connor, what do you got?
Hey, just wanted to say real quick, loving Hot Ice. Listen to it every Tuesday and Thursday while I walk the dog. Brandon Walker-esque question. What team outside of your fan base do you want to see win a championship most? I think I have a pretty popular one I lean towards. Bills. Super Bowl?
That's a great question.
Bills are definitely a top, like, people wouldn't mind seeing that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we'll go sport by sport. This could take a little while. It's perfect. The Lions, I think. I feel like the Lions.
I kind of like seeing the Lions lose.
I feel like the Lions could have a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, the Lions definitely can.
The Bills is probably the answer in the NFL. I'm trying to think of who else. Like I guess you could say the Jets with how horrific they've been, but they won't win. Like I want to put it as realistic. So like
the Jets just have no chance.
The Bengals would have been a fun one last year too. Bengals like my whole life have been pretty bad. Aside from a few years of Carson Palmer, like they've been pretty bad.
Cinco, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Who else? Fan bases, like you got to think teams that have been around for a long time. Like the Dolphins don't really do much for me. You know, like Houston Texans are bad. They don't do much for me. I think it's the Bills and the Lions if I had to pick two out of there.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball.
I mean, you gotta feel for the Mariners at some point, no?
Yeah. But do they have that diehard fan base out there, I guess, in Seattle?
I don't know. It's the Mariners that just have it.
I put maybe the Mariners. The Reds, no. Rockies?
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe just like because if I would want the Rockies to win in a weird way where they just out-hit everybody.
Yeah.
They got no pitching, but they just the entire playoffs is 10s and 12s as far as overs. I think that could be interesting. Trying to think of like good fan bases. The Pirates?
Yeah. I think basketball, I know you're a fan of them, but the Knicks are the team.
It is. I think even Knicks, everybody would kind of.
I'm not a Knicks fan, and I would love to see the Knicks.
They finally got one. Yeah, I think it's the Knicks.
And that's going to take a long time.
I'm trying to think of who else is like. Well, I would have said the Clippers. I know he's out, but like the whole Sterling thing of how bad he ran that frame. I don't want anything good to happen to them.
Yeah.
Clippers are out, but they've been horrific forever. I'm trying to think of who got like close.
I mean, the Suns
I was just going to say that. Suns were kind of close. I think it also depends like how you did it. So like I know you hate John Morant, but like Memphis' core now.
Grizzlies would be a great team.
Grizzlies would be a good one. Memphis is kind of an interesting. TJ's usually pretty good at pulling something out of the box. TJ, who do you think would be kind of the answer in all four sports? Hockey. Oh, I'm sorry. Hockey. I don't really.
Hockey, we don't know much about.
I guess it's the Rangers would be an obvious answer because how much it matters with them.
Yeah. Well,
so
rephrase the question.
All right, what team do you not root for? Oh well, I guess the Knicks. I can't say the Knicks so like, what team would you want to root for in all four major sports to win a national championship that you don't root for?
Oh,
like so unbiased. Be like, hey, you know what? It's basically a good for them. Like, hey, good for you. Congrats on the championship.
I'm trying to think of like a team that hasn't. I guess like Like, obviously, I'm a Yankees fan, but if, like, the Mariners got one or something.
That's what I said, because they just haven't made the playoffs.
Just because they're, like, notorious for that really good team that didn't do anything. And since then, they haven't done anything. I don't know.
What about football?
Brandon always, like, puts his foot down and says, like, any team that I don't like, I fucking hate, especially in college. Like, I don't have animosity like that.
I'm not a hate, like, every team. Like, there's some teams that I will fucking lose my mind if they ever win a championship. But, like, there's some – if your team's already out.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So, if you're watching the playoffs.
Because that's just, like, you like sports at that point.
Like the Giants are out of it last year. Like, I know it's, like, fucking Johnny-come-lately, but, like, rooting for Joe Burrow is kind of a cool thing to see them, and especially those upsets, like, before the playoffs. And don't get me wrong. Like, you're not going to be locked in your house for 3 days if a team loses a heartbreaking playoff game.
No.
But it's one of those, like, hey, like, you're around the water cooler, you're talking, like, with your buddy, like, or we're going out to watch the games, like, hey, you know what, I'm pulling for the Bengals in this play.
I was actually,
same thing, like, I'm pulling for the Lions. Like, I was
pulling
just get behind them for 3 weeks. It's a fun thing about sports.
I was pulling for the Rams because I like Stafford.
That's fine.
And that's where I was like, okay, it's the same thing.
Like, do you agree with Brandon's take, TJ? Because I think that's kind of wacky.
No.
Like, that's what keeps sports. Like, you're like, all right, why would I want to watch a wild card game? Why would I watch the AFC Championship? Obviously, you watch because you're sports and you're betting on it. But, like, rooting interest or, like, get behind it, like, where you're, like, kind of clapping a little bit. Again, like, not throwing the remote at the TV. But, like, you can get behind it for 3 hours. That's what sports.
He has all shitty teams.
Right.
I mean, Mississippi State, he got excited about baseball. And no one even knows they play baseball.
Yeah.
Like, it's more his football team's going to always suck. The Dolphins haven't been great. He doesn't not a baseball fan. Like, he doesn't have good teams. I guess I understand it because, like, people hate my teams. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, I don't care about half the other ones.
I'll give you another one, too. Maybe it's – and it's tough because I obviously root for the Giants. I hate them. But, like, as far as being back, we talk about Texas being – what if the Cowboys put it together and won a Super Bowl?
But that's a team I'd fucking –
I get it. I get it. But I'm saying, like, you know, I could see – I feel like – I don't know. Do you think a lot of people would get behind the Cowboys?
No.
I think everybody kind of – you either love them or hate them.
It's a Duke, Lakers, Yankees.
In terms of, like, story – I guess I should rephrase it. In terms of storylines, the Cowboys making another run, that's, like, kind of – that's like the Knicks. It's massive. That's a great question, though. I'm interested to see, like, what people –
this is totally off topic. Maple Leafs?
Yeah, I don't know enough about hockey.
Yeah, I know that one.
I'd like to see the San Jose Sharks win just because they got a good name.
Pretty sure.
Well, you know what? Since I called them the most irrelevant franchise.
Sharks just won, I'm pretty sure. Like recently.
Gunpoint, I wouldn't know. I'm rooting for the Buffalo Sabres since I called them the most irrelevant franchise in all of sports.
Yeah, they kind of are.
They are. I don't know anyone who's a Buffalo Sabres fan. That's a great question, O'Connor. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah.
Oh, you're in Wisconsin, too. Tell Brad Davidson have fun at his wedding this weekend. Only he would get married 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not going.
Yeah. Cam, pick of the day. Cam.
Yo, my pick of the day is I got Carlos Correa to have one base hit. He's 4 for 6 against Zach Plesac, or however you say his name. And then I also have the Guardians to win that game.
Okay.
And then also I just wanted to say, Marty, I cannot wait for when the Yankees make the ALCS against the Boston Red Sox. They're going to fucking choke so hard. Boston Red Sox fans are going to make fun of you all the fucking time.
And I can't wait until the Yankees, like, this is like 1 year. I don't even care. The Red Sox are going to struggle even probably making the playoffs. So you get good luck with that. And I can't wait to put my balls on every one of you guys' faces when the Yankees win the World Series this year.
Yeah,
it's a friendly rivalry.
The Yankees aren't even coming close to the World Series.
That's just like this, but you can't actually believe that, though. Actually,
I do believe that. I've watched them over these past 10 years. They get to the playoffs.
But
it doesn't matter what their record is, they fucking choke.
No. But this year, you have to I want you to be honest with yourself. You're watching this team that can break the record, and you still think there's no chance.
I mean, Houston proved the other night that if you pitch really good against them, they're nothing.
What is that? I mean, that's just, you can't just say they pitched good against them. And they also won. They split the series.
Yeah, but for friggin' 9 innings, they didn't get a hit. And then for another 7, they didn't.
They won the game that they won. They won the game. You can't say
the Red Sox just got ahead into the wild card. Like, you're
12 games back of the Yankees.
That's the perfect story. Everyone's doubting the Red Sox. When the Red Sox and the Yankees
no one's doubting them. No one gives a shit. No one cares about the Red Sox right now.
Like, oh, push the Yankees. They're going to sweep the Sox. Sox are going to beat them in 7.
You just can't say that when a team wins a game that they got shut out for 7 innings, they won.
I didn't really. Your phone kind of cut out. All I'm just going to say is I cannot.
All right,
wait.
the playoffs, we got a lot of storylines in the playoffs. I got it. Thanks, Cam.
They got to make it first,
yeah,
though.
Exactly. Nick in Chicago.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
What's going on? TJ, hold them for a second because we're Phil, so we'll see. Hold them. Thanks. Nick, what's going on?
Cubs money line is my pick today. They're -118 against the Reds. Reds are 2-8 in the last 10. Cubs pitcher Keegan Thompson, he's 7-2 overall, 4-0 at home with a 1.5 ERA. So I really like that, and then also juice it up a little bit. I threw in Christian Morel to get a hit. He bats 277 versus righties, and that's 294 versus Cincy. That boosts it up to +155, so it gives it a little bit better price for it.
All right, so Keegan Thompson's strikeouts, I think, are at a severe discount. It's at 3.5. It's on my card. I faded the Reds with Kershaw. I know Kershaw's a different animal. Thompson strikeouts, I think he's been doing really well in his last couple of starts. If you look at his strikeout numbers, I would put that on the card as well. I think it's 3.5. TJ probably has that on the graphic in a little bit, but that's my play. I agree with you on the Cubs, but either way, I think they're going to strike out the Reds. So I like it. I like where you're going. Thanks for the call. Mike in Florida. Mike, you're up.
Hey, I love no runs in the first inning. I'm borderline responsibly addicted to it.
I like that you said the full name. We don't do acronyms.
You're not a nerfy guy?
So I got Padres, Diamondbacks, no runs in the first inning tonight. The only problem with this bet a lot is that it's really fucking juicy. Tonight it's only minus 125. I think it's Gallen going for the D-backs. That's their stud. And the Padres have kind of been struggling since Machado has been out. I really like the spot. The D-backs have no bats that I think threaten anything, and I think it's a good.
I'm going to give you one. I'm going to give you one that I really like as well, and you're probably getting a little bit of a discount on it because it is in Colorado. I think Dodgers Colorado no runs in the first inning is something worth looking at. Dodgers have not. I looked at their scale. The Dodgers have not scored in the first inning in a lot of games, and you got Kershaw going. So I think Kershaw shuts them down, and you just hope that Freeland can get me through, 3 outs. Just get me 3 outs without giving one up. Hopefully nobody takes them deep. I think that's the one I would play as well.
It's a scary spot in
Definitely
Colorado.
a scary
I don't
spot.
love Freeland, but Dodgers have the bats. I think I like the under in that game too. It's kind of a sharp play. You kind of fade the classic Coors over. I think those are my 2 plays for tonight. I think it's 11 or 11.5 under in Coors and no runs in the first inning. Padres Diamondbacks.
I like it. Yeah, my advice: make your own bacon, egg, and cheese. Take the Colorado, and then find a third and try to go no runs first and see what you could do. Ryan got Cardinals, Marlins pick. Ryan, Arkansas.
What's going on, Rico?
What's up?
Hey, first off, I'm a rider. Marty Mush, coming back around on you, my guy.
Wow.
Back around on you.
Nice.
Hey, for the Cardinals today, it's pretty damn simple. The hottest hitter in the league, Goldie, home run prop. Smash it, put your fucking rent money on it. You're cashing it.
Fun fact, do you know what his next home run is going to be for his career total?
Rico, you got me there. What is it?
300.
We need it. We need it today.
At least that's what I was told. Carl pulled it out, or Ev pulled it out today on Hot Ice. You can double check it. Somebody want to fact check it? Paul Goldschmidt, career home runs.
I think that was a grain of rice there.
Believe it's.
Hey, if you don't hit this bet, I'm gonna be having to look for a new place to live. But I appreciate it.
Jesus Christ. TJ, do you have that?
What?
Goldschmidt career home runs. TJ, all right back there?
He's not. He's $2.99.
He sounds down.
He's not listening today.
TJ, all right?
Yeah, I got some stuff coming up here. Watch the actor.
Oh yeah,
it's the we're a.
Oh, just preload. It's all right.
Can you TJ? I'm sorry, but Can you put up the pinned Viva La Stool tweet? Have you seen this video of Lenny?
Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to show people.
What's he singing though? I can't tell what.
No. It's not this. It's the pinned tweet, TJ. I want you to watch it and give you backstory. Watch this. Look at this. You know where that is?
Airport lounge or something?
No, dude. We were in Nashville leaving the next day. He lost his phone the night out, so he didn't go into his room. He just slept in the lobby with his hands in the pants, 6 a.m. So you're going to check into your hotel. You're going to check in your hotel, your family. Get off. I don't want to listen to him anymore. You're going to check into your hotel with your family, and Balls is hands deep into his pants, snoring at 6 a.m. Fucking nut job.
Unbelievable. I got locked out. Fuck.
All right, you could just put someone on over there.
Yeah, just put him through. Who's ever through?
Just
I
put
got
him
locked
through over
out.
there.
Sorry, guys. Connect. Nothing? All right.
Justin in New York.
Justin in New York, you're live.
Hey, happy Tuesday, boys.
What's up?
Quick thing. 2 quick things. So I heard a lot of Johnny Flynn slander the past few days on this pod, how much of a bust he was on the T-Wolves. Let's not remember or forget the fact that he tore his labrum in his hip, which is the same injury that Isaiah Thomas had. And let's not pretend that was a huge thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a bust though. Like getting hurt.
He took him 6th or 7th, a pick before Stephen Curry.
I mean, getting hurt still is. Like if Zion doesn't play ever again, it's still a bust because he got hurt.
The point being, the torn labrum in the hip is a very rare NBA injury. It's something that kills you basically.
Yeah.
Other thing.
At full strength, do you think you would have had the career Stephen Curry had?
No, I'm not. Listen,
now we're
all-time great, but
all right.
I'm trying to save my guy Johnny Flynn here.
Listen, Johnny Flynn beat me in a state championship, so I'm not really a Johnny Flynn guy. So you already got a strike against him. That's how it goes.
Fair enough. All right.
Him and Paul Harris.
Second point in a pick. So the ACC football schedule just came out this year. So starting next year, they're getting rid of divisions, right? So now that there's no one's going to play, these 3 teams every year, and then it's just the Atlantic and the Coastal. So now everyone's open on the division. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, that's a little difficult. There's 14 teams in the ACC or 16? How many teams in the ACC? 14?
Well, you're not counting those.
14. That's hard though. How many conference games are you going to play? So you're guaranteed to not play people. It's an unbalanced schedule. I think the divisions at least put some kind of formality to the schedule. Excuse me.
I mean, but at that point, you just had Clemson versus whatever team in the Coastal was finished over 500.
Yeah, but again, they play their division every time. I think it puts a little formality to it.
Yeah, they got 3. Every team has 3 teams they play every year now.
All right.
But it is a little more balanced. But one thing, keep in the back of your head, Sean Tucker, Doak Walker Award winner this year. He's going to be discounted because he's on a bad team, but he's probably the best running back in the country this year.
All right. I'll take your word for it. ACC went away from divisions.
Talking a little football?
Little football. I don't love that. I think that I like the divisions. Especially with the thing is with 14 teams, I think that creates chaos. You're gonna play the same 3 teams every year, but then you're not at least with divisions there was order to it, or balance. Win your division and then I don't love it.
Yeah, it's I think it just always depends. I know the Big Ten, it's kind of become a thing where I think any conference is when one side just gets lopsided, but it always flips.
That's fine.
Eventually it does turn.
Right.
I see both sides of it where
the perfect setup is the Big 12.
Well, they don't have them, right?
They don't have them. Play everybody once, round robin, and then the 2 best teams go, and we have a conference champion.
But isn't that what
that'd be the
ACC's doing? You just explained what they're doing.
No. The ACC, how many games are in college football? There's 14 teams in the thing. You can't possibly play 13 conference games in football. You get where I'm saying?
Yeah, but
so in the Big 12, there's 10 teams. They play those 9. They play their 3 whatever games, and then we have a true matchup. In the ACC, you can't play everybody. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's not round robin.
I don't know. I don't really like. I actually
your 8-1 is different than my 8-1 or my 7-2. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean,
your 7-2 is not as balanced as my 7-2. It's not a perfect exact. Baylor's 7-2 and Oklahoma State 7-2 are equal because they played against everybody. You're splitting hairs of who if they beat each other head to head. Or, whatever, they took a loss to Kansas and they beat Oklahoma. You could say, one strength is, presence or resume is a little higher. But in the ACC, if you can't possibly play 13 conference games.
This is the same thing, the SEC, they just play, they're different than, because Alabama's not playing the same teams
they have divisions. They're not, they don't play everybody, but at least they do play everybody in their division. And now that side obviously has been kind of, lopsided, but
the West has been way better. The
yeah,
West
exactly.
Has been much deeper.
Right.
So the East has Georgia at least. So that's
and when Florida was
as well.
So it's it's picking hairs, or splitting hairs, but it is what it is. You fire up the next one.
You have that right in front of you now.
Oh, do I? Sick. I think we did Dylan. Colin in Buffalo, or Colin in Saratoga.
Rico, I gotta say, I heard you to say you're gonna bet on the Buffalo Sabres, and I just had to call in right away to tell you that is a fantastic pick. I'm biased.
I'm from Saratoga. I hope you come up to the track this summer. But let me tell you something. When Jack Eichel left, everybody's like, there goes Buffalo's greatest pick ever. Yes, Jack Eichel was hurt. I stand with the Spit and Chiclet boys. I want him to do well, but I promise you this. The Buffalo Sabres make it to the playoffs before Jack Eichel ever wins a game in the playoffs. The stock is high on the Buffalo Sabres. Owen Power, a Michigan man, committed to Buffalo after seeing Jack Eichel leave because he believes in the team. He's the number one pick. He could have gone back in the draft and gone anywhere else. Bet on the Buffalo Sabres. They have a great coach for the first time in almost 20 years. They're actually going to make the playoffs, and I've been a diehard fan since the last time they actually won a playoff game in 2007. The last time they were in the playoffs was 2011, and I do this every single year, but for the first time in a long time, Rasmus Dahlin, Owen Power, the Sabres are on the right track. Bet them early, get them plus money, and I love the stash as well. Thanks. Great to see it represented as a company. Thanks for taking my call, guys. Let's go Buffalo.
So there's no bad blood that I called you the most irrelevant sports franchise?
Most irrelevant sports franchise, the Buffalo Sabres?
Yeah, I think you're the only guy I know who roots for the Buffalo Sabres.
The Buffalo Sabres have the highest grossing home attendance in the NHL. They have the highest NHL.
Should have known not to ask anything to him.
right.
He knows every stat in and out. He knows the fucking hot dog sales in that stadium.
All right.
He's waiting for you to say something stupid like that.
Every year, and I'm disappointed every year. I'm going to turn off.
All right. Maybe I'll come around on the Buffalo Sabres. All right. Perfect. Thanks, Colin. Let's round these out real quick and then go to the picks. Jay in Massachusetts, talking about the Mariners. Speaking of irrelevant franchises. Oh, God. Jay, go ahead.
Just taking shots at everybody.
Oh, yeah.
How's it going?
What's up?
I heard you guys talking about the Mariners earlier. Just thought I'd tap in and build up their resume. I think we're about to enter the golden age real soon. We got Julio Rodriguez. If he's not in the Fernando Tatis Jr., Vladimir Guerrero Jr. conversation in the next year, then I don't know what we're talking about. And, we got J.P. Crawford, Robbie Ray on the mound tonight, Ty France, Kyle Lewis. We got pieces, and we just got to put it together. And as you can see from the Angels game the other day, we have some
We got
fight
some fire.
Yeah, we got some fight. So I think, we're going to see a new Mariners in the coming years. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a World Series.
Well, listen, it's funny
Next
you say
time.
that.
It's
So,
easy to say, too, when it's
I have
been 20 years. Too.
I have a friend who's a diehard Mariners fan. Diehard. Every year, I think they started the bet in like 2007. He made a bet with his buddy. He said, all right, here's how it's going to go. This year I'll give you $1, and then it's going to double each year. But if the Mariners win the World Series, you pay for my flight, merch, hotel, the parade, dinners, like soup to nuts. Mariners win the thing. So first year it started at $1. Next year was $2, $4. I think it got all the way up to like 180 or something like that before the kid was kind of like, all right, I can't take your money anymore. He literally felt guilty taking the kid's money every year.
I'll sub in. I'll take his money.
Exactly. They were doubling every time. So you're probably confused why we're taking Buffalo Sabres and Mariners calls. It was actually a really good question. What franchise that you don't root for would you like to see win a championship as like a, hey, you know what? Good for them.
To give you a second to think, I went Mariners. We both kind of picked the Bills.
I said the Lions. I said the Lions.
Yeah, Lions.
And I'm
Kohler said the Bills too, which is kind of a dead giveaway.
I'm not a basketball fan, but I said the Knicks. And
we are Knicks fans, so that knocks us out. We said, like, depending on how they did it, Memphis right now would be an interesting story of like building that core, and riding John. Like, there's not many in the NBA, but interested to see where you go before we did picks.
Baseball, I would probably say. Baseball, I'd maybe say like the Pirates.
I said.
I don't hate it's a good sports city. I have a great ballpark. Yeah. Football, Bills is the easy answer. Lions is a good one too. I guess just to say a different one. I'll say. I'm trying to think of like a. Honestly, for me, the Browns.
Okay.
Because I just living in Ohio. When I was there, they were god awful.
Yeah.
I genuinely no jokes, anything. I gained such a respect for that fan base. They show out so hard, whether they're 16-0 or 0-16. They were like Thursday night football. Here we go, Brown, like full packed bar. I'm talking Manziel years. They're like 1-15. and this is week like 12.
Yeah.
Like they're out of it.
Still in it.
And they're like
Still
going
in it,
so
though.
hard. Like
Yeah.
really
Makes sense.
I respected Cleveland a lot as fans. Like so the Browns, I would say for sure.
What about the
Is Deshaun Watson like allowed to
The
play?
hearing is today.
They're saying he might be suspended for
If he's suspended
the season.
Who's their quarterback? They haven't even reached out to Mayfield.
I think Mayfield's like not happening.
No, I know, but he said like I would maybe consider it, but they haven't reached out.
I almost think it's a weird thing on both ends where I feel like maybe he's more open to it just because he really has no options right now. But I kind of feel like they don't want him to play quarterback, and I think he really doesn't want to play. It really, I know me and you see kind of similar on this. I don't like. Listen, he wasn't good last year. He played with a torn labrum. I feel like he's really getting thrown out to pasture, and he's not nearly as bad as people are acting like he is.
Yeah,
dude,
I feel like people are acting like he's like this horrible head case and he's like this terrible player. Listen, he's not the best quarterback in the league. I'm not saying anything like that, but I mean he's definitely one of the best 32.
Bro,
without question.
You Browns fans have a list of quarterbacks on a T-shirt that
he's better than all of them.
And he got you.
He's not better than Watson. He's better than all them.
He got you through to the playoffs, where the Browns haven't been relevant at all in the playoffs. Like I think he's getting a bad rap because they're like you said, they're honing in on his mental, and when he's a little nuts. But that fan base probably fucking made him nuts. I think you don't think he should play for the fucking Seahawks?
No, I think so. Like I think he should be starting for somebody. I think that for sure.
There's some quarterbacks where it's like
I think he's better than Zach Wilson.
100%.
Right now, I mean, yeah.
Right here, he's a
I'm actually not
viable
totally
option.
out on Zach Wilson, but I think he's better than him right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and again, I say it all the time. The NFL for as elite and how much coverage they dominate the world. Like right now, I'm sure NFL Live's on right now talking about the Dolphins O lines and Mount. Like they just, it's on all the time. The NFL dominates. They dominate the ratings. There are a ton of shitbag quarterbacks.
Yeah,
and there are a ton of teams who settle on he's all right, but he's our, we don't want to rebuild again. We don't want to go back in and roll the dice. So Mayfield, yeah, you're right. I think he's a viable enough option for a team to take a shot.
I just feel like he's kind of in this weird spot where he's found himself a little bit in this quarterback purgatory where they know he's not like a top 10 guy. He probably falls in that 12 to 20 range, probably more like 15 to 20, which I understand is not great. But I think also at his best, he probably is scratching the surface of that 12
I mean,
range,
the Colts are getting excited about Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's past his prime.
Yeah, for sure.
These teams are all getting in on it. So that's kind of how
I think I'd rather have him than a Wentz.
100%. You get excited about guys. That's how it goes. All right, real quick. I'm on the hit parade. Got priced at plus 250. We're 2-0 in our last two. I'm on the Rangers money line. Would be my best bet. I love the Orioles as a dog. And Keegan Thompson strikeouts over 3.5. We touched on that. I think they can go. He can go get the Reds. I think that's
stink.
Well, oh yeah, I'm bad this month. But the best bets, I've been on a tear. So those are obviously more.
Nope.
This show ain't. One unit ain't full. I ain't rolling with.
43-64 is not good.
Not good. 14-4-1 run best bets. Hot ice.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
43-64.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Not good.
Ev, you're up.
All right, I'm on the Rays money line. That's my favorite play today. I'm on the Reds Cubs over 9 for my day action fellas. I'm on the Twins in game 1. I'm on the hit parade. I forgot to send this one to TJ. I'm also on the Tigers money line plus 170 as well. I'm taking a shot on them tonight with Scooble on the mound.
Marty.
People aren't talking about. I've been fantastic this month, but Mincy's fucking. I got the Yankees minus 1.5. I love today. Guardians first game. Braves. I love. Astros are gonna fuck up the Mets today. Rays. I love. Cardinals minus 1.5. Fuck the Marlins and Padres. I love it.
I actually like the Padres a lot.
Yeah.
You know what? TJ, I want you to parlay all those too, just in case.
So last day of the month or one of the last days.
If you take the hot ice, sweep the board, it's 40-1. It's
it's Rays.
Well, it's definitely Rangers, Orioles,
Rays,
Tigers.
What was Carl's dog?
Pirates. 40-1.
40-1 sounds so much better.
I might text Mincy. I'm not. I would I don't even put it on my card. Just give it to Mincy so he could go 90 units for the month.
He'll still be down 50 for the year.
I just want. let's just start giving Mincy winners. Get him to 100.
Also, before we get off, shout out to Coochie. Sent me a plus 155 tennis winner this morning.
Oh yeah, the Coochie's got a great voice.
He texted
called in today.
I thought I felt bad that I figured I missed him because he texted me this morning. It was one of those I caught at the perfect time. I was like, you know what, Takuchi, fuck it, I'll play it. And then he was down 2-1. He came back and won.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Nice little plus 155 winner to get your morning going.
Yeah, I mean,
shout out to Coochie. Good pick.
That's all you can ask for.
Great pick.
Yeah. I don't know if Brandon's back in tomorrow, TJ. You have any idea?
No idea.
He's doing his show though.
Yeah, that's late. Listen.
Kidding, I don't care. I don't come sometimes, so it's fine.
Everybody needs a day off.
Or a week.
4 days.
We got a week. We got the next week. We got off.
I just saw some people are in the air. Listen, I don't do the attendance anymore. We'll start doing the attendance. You take a couple days off.
Yeah,
the attendance was your downfall.
Attendance was bad for you.
Things went haywire.
Oh yeah.
Things went haywire after attendance started.
Attendance was bad
That was
for
a bad move.
Good old Rico.
All right.
All right.
I'm recruiting Connor. For good terms. Go Braves. Except when they play the Mets. That's Pick Central. See you tomorrow.